full Zoho CRM tutorial. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you about Zoho CRM, and I'm going to be telling you about everything that I possibly can in this video. And it's going to be a beginner's guide, so I'm going to show you how you can set it up, how you can use it. And having said that, let's just jump into the video. Now, Zoho CRM is one of the products that Zoho offers. Zoho has a list of and variety of products or tools that you can use for your businesses. One of them is CRM, and it's not free. There is a trial, and I already have an account, so I'm gonna go ahead and log in. But if you don't have an account, I'm gonna show you at the end of the video how much it's gonna cost to create an account, right? So since I already have an account, I'm gonna try to log in, and as you can see, I'm actually logged in. So I can go ahead and click on the access your apps button over here, or I can just simply go to the CRM option button over here, and it's going to take me to the CRM. And here I can go ahead and get started with my 15-day free trial. And here you can sign up with your full name, or where did they go? I think it just realized that I already had an account. But anyway, you can go ahead and sign in with your Google account and any other social that it offers. So since I already have it, I'm going to go ahead and click on Access Zoho CRM at the top, and it's going to take me to the CRM, and we should be good to go. So here we go. So since I already have an account, so you can see right here, Zoho One Organization, I already have one. So that's why it's telling me to go ahead and add the CRM to that operation. If you don't know what Zoho One is like Google Workspace, where it just gives you every single tool that option provides, that Google provides in its workspace, right? So Zoho One is kind of similar to that if you sign up onto Zoho One, it's going to give you access to every single application that Zoho has. So since I already had an account over there, it's telling me that you can go ahead and add the CRM tool to that, or you can just set up or sign up for a newer organization. So depends on you. Actually, this is my other account. I'm gonna try to see if I have another option or another account that I can log in so that it's easier for you to follow. All right, so I switched my accounts. This is my other account. It just has the CRM on it, so we can go ahead and get started with this one. It's loading up. I don't know why it's taking so long, but at the end of the video, if I have time and if you're still interested, I'll show you how you can use Zoho One as well. It's actually pretty cool, and how it looks like, I'll show you everything. So now I just gotta go ahead and set things up. So they have upgraded everything. The whole UI is different now. So here I just gotta go ahead and add the company name, the phone number, and the employee count, and go ahead and click on get started. All right, so we can even load up some sample data as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, so here we go. So this is how it looks like. You can see right here, this is going to be your dashboard. On the left hand side, you're going to have all of your main options. You're going to have your leads, contact, accounts, deals, tasks, meetings, calls. All of these options that you are going to have are going to be available over here. And then we have reports, analytics, requests, marketplace, and then we have the search a record option, and then we have Asks Zia, which is their AI. So here you can see, to set up your CRM, you need to go ahead and complete this. So for example, invite your team members, configure your deals pipeline, connect your email account, and migrate your existing data, and add integrations and different stuff. But you can skip this and just, do it as you want. It totally depends on you. So here in the leads section, we're going to have all of our leads. You can see right here, we have different filters. We can sort them out through those filters. We can see the leads over here, the names of them, the company, emails, their phone numbers, and the lead source as well, and the last owner. And these are all leads. We can go ahead and go ahead and change up the view or the sorting of it through there. We can create a lead over here. We have actions to go ahead and mass delete, mass update, or convert them. The option is going to be there. And then over here, we have contacts. You're going to have all of your contacts that you've added, either through leads, through cold calling, lead generation, whatever you want. You're going to have all of your contacts over here. You will also see their date, when they were acquired as well. Next, you will have your accounts. Here you will see all of the accounts that you have, the managing them, that you have, their websites, their phone numbers, everything. Then you have your deal section. Here is where you go ahead and actually see all of your deals. This is going to be your pipeline. Here these deals will be sorted as accordingly. Over here, you can see all of them and all of their statuses at the top: qualifications, analytics, value proposal, decision makers, proposals, closed or lost, closed won, and closed lost. All of them are going to be available over there. You have your tasks settings over here. where you will see all of your tasks. These are again very similar. Here you will be able to see what you want. So here you have register for upcoming CRM webinar. This is for Chris Merrier, and competitor comparison, get approval for a manager. All of them are going to be available over here. And as you can see, if we hover our mouse at the bottom of these cards, we have the option to create new cards or new tasks as well. We'll get into those later. I'm just going over the overview, giving you a little brief overview of these different options, showing you how they look like. Then we'll move on and dive deep into how you can use those options. And this is the meeting section, right? Here you will have all of your meetings where you can see when are they scheduled, for what type of meeting it is, with who it is, and who's the host. You have your calls section over here where you can see all of your calls, follow-up leads, tasks, everything. Then you have your products. Here you can create your products that you are selling to your customers or to your vendors, wherever it is that you are doing. Then you have your quotes over here, and you have your sales orders, purchase order, invoices, campaigns, vendors, cases, solutions, and everything, right? So anyway, let's get into it. So let's go back into our home section. In here, it's telling us to go ahead and configure a pipeline, right? So let's go ahead and create a pipeline or configure it. So it's going to take us to the pipeline settings, which is right here. Underneath the settings option here, we can create a pipeline or we can streamline our business. Since we already have a pipeline, that's just for the demo one. Here we can go ahead and actually get started with things. Here we'll be able to add users, monitor them. We can add pipelines, edit them. We can set workflow rules, scores, blueprint, everything is going to be available to us over here. So to create a pipeline, right, just simply click on create new pipeline button. Here you can name the pipeline. All right, so let's say this, I'll just call it shoes, right? You can select the layout and the stages as well. So for example, let's say we want a qualification. Of course, we need these two, and we want qualifications. We'll need proposal and price. We'll go with negotiations, either with one we've lost or lost to competition. That's also an important one. So we can use this as a default, right? It totally depends on you. This will be the default layout. So for now, I'll click on save, and we now have a pipeline called shoes. So this one was the standard one. This one was the shoes one. All right, we can add changes to it later. And here you can see this one was the previous one, the one that we already had. This is the standard version, but there we go. We now have our pipeline ready, and now we can go ahead and set up our CRM, right? Next, we can go ahead and connect our other options and migrate our data, but you can do that on your own. We don't need to do that. This was the only thing that we needed to do in order for us to set everything up. All right, so now that that's done, all right, let's go back to our modules. And here we have all of our options, right? And here, if we go into leads, we will now see that we have a decent enough pipeline, right? Now is showing me the records view like this one, right? And then we can go ahead and select the timeline view or the charts, the Kanban view. I personally like the Kanban view, so I'm going to go with that one. And here we have the Kanban view name. You can name it whatever you want. And we have categorized by fields, aggregated by whatever option you want, annual revenue or number of employees, color, and then fields that you want. All right, so I don't know what to add over here. All right, so okay, so I understand. I'm in the lead section here. Of course, I'm not gonna find the pipeline. The pipeline is actually in the deal section. I forgot, we went over this a few minutes ago. It just completely left my mind. So here we go. This is the pipeline, and this is how it looks like. Now, this is a standard view. Here you can see all pipelines. This is the standard one. All the pipelines are going to be over here. And this is the shoe one, the one that we just created. And here you can see we have all these different options. The ones that we want are going to be available over here. And let's say that if we continue with the standard one, then for that, again, we need to go into the settings option, which is over here at the bottom on the setup. Click on the setup, and then underneath setup, you just simply scroll down. Underneath customization, you'll find pipeline. Here you'll find the standard option right here. So here you can see all of your stages, and then you can go ahead and delete some of them, move some of them around, add some of them if you want. But yeah, that's it. Then we can go back to the module section and then go into the deal section. And here we have our pipeline. Now, let's say you want to add a deal. All right. You can create a deal by just hovering over your mouse over that particular stage or status, and then this little pop-up will pop up from the bottom, and here you can go ahead and create it. So if I wanted to create a deal, I just click on that button and it'll open up this page where I can go ahead and create the deal. I can go ahead and add the information of the deal. I can add the deal name, the account name, the type of deal it is, the next step, lead source, where I got it from, contact number, amount, pipeline. We can go ahead and add it to whatever pipeline we want. We've got the stage, probability, expected revenue, everything. And then over here in the description, we can go ahead and add the description we want. And once that's done, we can just simply go ahead and create it. So it's as simple as that. I'm just simply going to leave this as of right now. I don't want to create a deal since we already have a few deals. I just wanted to show you how you can do it. And we can create a deal on any of these stages. So we don't really need to create that over there because the pop-up just pops up right here. And then we can move it to any stage we want when we are actually creating it. And again, we can change the view as well. So currently this is the Kanban view. Then we have the split view, which looks something like this. Although I would definitely prefer the Kanban view, but if you want to change the view, you will have to create a whole new view and you have to sort out how you want it. So this is the Kanban one. This is how it looks like. We already saw the list one. It's very similar to the lead section. And then we have the grid view. For the grid view, I believe we do also, it's as simple as that. It's kind of like the list one, but not quite. Let's see what the timeline view looks like. All right, so this is how the timeline view looks like. You can see all the leads that were created and when they were created, and you can see their due date, if you will. That's their due date over there, and you can see it just increases all the way over here. And you can see if you hover your mouse over onto each of these deals, you will see how long you have in order to go ahead and sort those deals out. So you've got 2 days for this one, 3 days for this one, 5 for this one, 7 for that, 2, 4, 3, 2, and 4. Pretty cool. And you can of course click on that deal or any deal and it'll open up right here. Usually it depends on the view. So for example, if I were to open it up in the Kanban view, and let's say this is the deal that we were taking a look at, right? I don't even know how to pronounce that, so we're gonna go with this one, Chennai. So we're gonna open this up, and this one opened up in a new tab, this one opened up in the same tab. So very simple. And this is how it looks like. So we have the start, this is the whole pipeline, and we got the qualification, need analysis, needs analysis, proposition, decision, price, negotiations, closed, won. All of those are going to be over here. We can see the contact information over here, their name, their where they work at, their email, their phone number, their work line, their deal information is down here. We can see what it is. We can even add notes and attachments, and we can even see the deal history and the amount of revenue we could generate from this deal. And we have a probability analysis over here. We can go with a probability, next step, account type, whatever it is. Currently it's 20%. If we want, let's say we've already negotiated or talked to them, right? We can increase it. And if we, let's say, close the deal quickly, we can just type this green or red button. We just click on it and it'll automatically do it. So for example, let's say we put the green one, we want that deal, so we can just simply click on it and click on close one. So yeah, there you have it. Now you know how to go ahead and set up your pipeline, how to execute deals, and all of the timelines and everything else. Let's move on to the next. Let's go ahead and take a look at the product section and how we can create different products, right? There are two ways. You can either import a product or create your own product. If you have a CSV file or an XML file or any other files that, you know, this website supports, as you can see, CSV and XML, these are pretty much supported files on any other platform as well. You can just import them by just uploading them, and it'll just go ahead and analyze them and, you know, add all the products accordingly. But if you don't, you can just simply go ahead and add the product manually. You will need to go ahead and add a bunch of different information. So for example, like product name, vendor name, manufacturer, all of these information, you have to go ahead and input it. And once you've inputted every single information, then you can go ahead and click on save and or save a new. If you have other options or other products that you want to add, you can go ahead and select that option right there. So make sure you input all of the details correctly and you should be good to go, right? And you can upload the product image over here, and it's as simple as that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and upload a demo file and see if that works. All right, so I uploaded the file and let's go ahead and click on next. And it says right here, what do you want to do with this recorded file? Add as new product or update the existing product only. But I'll click on the first one, click on next. Now here we go. So we have the index. We now have to go ahead and set it up. So here we have the product name is going to be name. Description is going to be description. Brand is going to be brand. If you have that option right here, you can go with that one. So you can see right here, product category, product name, it's already set, right? Category set, price is set, currency. The other ones you can set them up later. Like for example, color over here. If you have that option right here, you can go ahead and do that. So here you can see currently I don't have anything. So I don't have any index or any field that would be appropriate for color. What about size, manufacturer, code, sale date, tag? I don't have anything like that. So we'll just leave them as it is and then click on next. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Those are not maps. That's fine. So now assign follow-up task. If you have one, I'll just select none and then click on finish. Now we should be good to go. We can see products have been imported successfully. So we should have them right here. Let me see. All right, here we go. So it took a little while. They were loading up. We now have the status right here. So there we go. Now we have a few products that are now inputted. So there we go. That's how we can create a products, and we can also import them using a file as well. It does take a little bit of a while, but we're good to go. We can go ahead and move on to the next option where we have vendors. We can set up vendors, contact our vendors, let them know, you know what, we need products, give us the products. You know, we can manage them over here. And yeah, so other than that, other options, you can go ahead and set them up yourselves. You don't really need me to show you. Like for example, contacts, of course, we can upload themselves. Tasks, you can go ahead and do that yourselves. Meetings, calls, quote, sale. These are all the things that you can go ahead and set them up yourself, explore them on your own. What I will show you is Zoho One. It's very similar to this one since it has its own option. So let me go ahead and log out from this account and log into that one. We left them off from here where I was telling you about Zoho One. Let's go ahead and add the CRM tool within Zoho One since we didn't previously had it. It's going to take me over to the admin login page or the panel. And here in the application section, we should have, there we go. All right, we now have the CRM tool underneath applications. So here, click on view all apps. And here I should find the CRMs. So these are the logins. Let me close that up real quick. Social media campaign. These are all marketings. This is email, and this is like help desk, human resources. There should be a page for customer services. All right, I don't see it over here. Maybe I can just simply, there we go. We have it right here. Those were on the other side. These are all the applications that I have currently installed. So this is the CRM, open them up, and I can just simply go ahead and use it, right? We have that option right here. And we can just simply click over here on this little arrow, the blue arrow right here. It'll open up the CRM app in another tab. Now, since this is a new application or a new account, it's asking me to go ahead and set everything up, but we've already just went through. So I just wanted to show you, if you already have a Zoho One account, all you got to do is just simply install the application and then you should be good to go. Now, how much does Zoho cost? So here we can see the pricing plan. So if we click over here, you can see right here, this is the pricing plan for Zoho CRM. So standard is going to be $14 per user per month, billed annually. If we switch to monthly, the prices are going to be different. You do save up to 34% if you go with the yearly, as with any other website. You do get a percentage off if you go with the yearly account. But if you go with strictly monthly, it's going to be $20 per month. And you're going to get a bunch of different options like mass email, custom modules, workflow, canvases, sales forecasting, canvases, Office 365 integrations, and Zoho Marketplace as well. And over here, this is the professional one, $35 per user per month. Blueprint, CPQ, Sales Insight, Inventory Management, which is pretty helpful. Webhooks, Assignment Rules, Validation Rules, Kiosk Studio, and Google Ads integration. And then we have the enterprise. This one is going to be $50 per user per month. This one will allow you to have the AI as well, territory management, custom functions, journey, multi-users, page layout, approval process, and sandbox as well. Then we have the ultimate, which is going to give you everything. All right, it's going to be $65 per user per month, and it'll give you everything, and it'll give you some enhanced feature limits. I don't know if this would be worth it, but I would definitely pick the professional or the enterprise. These two are going to be a good pick. So yeah. Also, there's another one called CRM for everyone, team users. So various team contributes to the smooth running of the sales cycle, bring them all into the CRM, and it's going to be only $11 per user per month. So there you go. So there you have it. Now you know everything about Zoho CRM, how you can set it up, about the pipeline, how you can create pipelines, how you can add products, you can set up deals, how you can go ahead and add customers and contacts. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. And I will catch you guys in the next video. And until then, take care and goodbye.